Oh dear. Trump voters. Are they ever gonna learn? Donald Trump. He stood at that podium and told you, drip by drip by drip, what his plan was. We all warned you about Project 2025. But no, you weren't listening. It's like you're blinded by love. Love. Donald Trump. I never understood that, to be fair. But anyway, you did. Now, across many states in the United States, MAGA voters and Democrats now, well, they're feeling the pinch. See, some of them require a little bit of assistance, financial assistance. And Donald Trump has ordered state funding to be frozen. Funding that's used for affordable housing, salaries, public safety, Medicaid, etc., etc. List goes on. But it's like a ransom, you see. A lot of it's down to LGBTQ, DEI, all these procedures that Donald Trump wants to weed out. Toe the line or else. Now, luckily, a judge has actually stopped or frozen parts of the actual, the judge's temporary blocks part of Trump's plan to freeze federal aid. But not all of it. Most of it's still going ahead. Now, partner agencies, also they're not even able to access the portals essential for conducting business and like paying rent and operational costs. He's causing so much trouble. It's like a bull in a china shop, is Donald Trump. And he ain't thinking things through. He's hurting the people that put him in the White House. This is how stupid they are. Stupid is as stupid does. If you voted for Donald Trump, you clearly are rather ignorant. The writing was on the wall for you all to see. For Christ's sake, you've had a term of him. He tried after stuff before and he got scuppered. But now he's emboldened. What about the people who rely on these housing vouchers? Currently, they do not know whether or not they can pay their rent next month. And workers across various federally funded programs, they're all losing their pay. They don't know whether or not they need to come into work or not. Now, this is just typical of Donald Trump, is shallow thinking. He don't think, he's no chess player. He's not thinking in layers. He's not very deep. He's thin-skinned, we know that. So yes, this decision to freeze funding will put his own voters, his MAGA voters, we know they're the poorest in society. They will say, well, that's why we voted for Donald Trump. We wanted hope. Well, Biden didn't do anything for us. Yes, he has. Fools. You just listen to what Donald Trump is telling you. Blinded by love and all that. Which I'll never understand. Their families on all stations are going to feel the consequences of Donald Trump's decision. And Tim Walz has basically said it cannot stand. It must not stand. It is an outrageous power grab. Tim Walz being the running or VP with Kamala Harris. Things have been so different. It is the biggest mistake the country has made, voting for a man like Donald Trump, when you could have had Kamala Harris. Is it because you're racist? Most likely. She's clearly the most intelligent. Donald Trump's not intelligent. He's a flippin' idiot. Can't even spell Columbia. No. Tim Walsh also said that he's got a lot of questions. He knows a lot of other people got a lot of questions. Because not one damn person, he said, thought this through. Now, agencies are preparing to implement because, unlike Donald Trump, they follow the law. They're doing what they can to stay with the law. Do as they're told, effectively. Because they don't really have a lot of choice. The funding's cut. It's federal funding, you see. Now, in this article here, in the hey, boy, have these people all like button, and maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get all of us feeling in your pocket every time I upload a video. Support the channel, do it on Patreon or buy us coffee, links down below. And it is very much appreciated. I couldn't do this without your help, I really couldn't. So, Donald Trump, this is, as you can see, it's in the intelligence. It's in many articles, but this one seems to be a bit more sort of like cutting through. So Trump's blatantly illegal funding freeze causes nationwide chaos. And it's already kicked off. Even though it's parts of it been frozen, it's not enough. A whole lot needs to be stopped now. People who are probably hard work and what have you, and who only don't get quite enough money coming in. Maybe the money get topped up, or maybe they get some assistance, or your Medicaid. Nobody knows where they are. The stress of it alone is enough to drive people potty. So yeah, an order freezing trillions of dollars in federal spending set off nationwide panic and chaos, all in order to bring the acting director of the Office of Management and the Budget issued a memo on Monday pausing all federal grants and loans until at least February the 10th. Comply with Donald Trump's worldview. Sounds a bit like Hitler, if you ask me. Now, federal courts probably won't let this edict stay in effect for long, but it's already creating nationwide panic and chaos, particularly since OMB keeps revising its poorly expressed guidance about what programs and services it covers. You see, that's the thing, you see. Donald Trump just orders something, and they've even just talked about it. They probably haven't even discussed this. They haven't got a plan. That's it, just stop it. We'll deal with the aftermath. They don't give a diddly squat about people's lives. And that's a primary concern of any government. It's got to be the people. Not with Donald Trump, no. See, the thing about Donald Trump is he's looked at the funding. He said, okay, then, we've got this amount of money coming in. We've got this amount of money going out. We need to cut it. All right? And then we'll try and put the bits back into place. Maybe. All right? We'll see what we can keep, what we can't keep. We don't think how this affects people. He doesn't care, basically. Now, he doesn't want to have any additional borrowing, he has said, although he's also said he's going to have some additional borrowing, but it's only there to fund tax cuts for the rich. So as long as the rich are getting, a shitload more money, he don't care about you guys and gals who voted for him. No, he don't give diddly squat. So written in the MAGA speak, the memo from Matthew Vaith, who's running his OMB's pending confirmation of the Trump nominee, Russell Vought, demands that a vast number of programs and services financed by the federal government come to a halt until it can be determined that they don't promote Marxist equity. Marxist equity. Has anyone actually read anything about Marxism? Because quite frankly, if anyone did read it, they'd be, oh, actually, that's not so bad after all, really, is it? You know, oh, it's about looking after us lot, is it? Oh, that sounds good. It's about taking money from the rich and giving to the poor. It sounds like a bit like Robin Hood. We all love Robin Hood. Not all of it, mind. Transgenderism. God's sake. It's a tiny proportion of the population. Tiny. Green New Deal and social engineering policies. See, this is it's all weed out what they're doing, like by a wrecking ball. Break absolutely everything and try and piece back the pieces. It's like having I don't know, a jigsaw puzzle. It's all made up, what have you. I think maybe got a couple of pieces missing because it's not quite working as fine tuned as it should do. Chuck the whole lot on the floor and try and put the puzzle back together upside down. Anyway, the pause said it would specifically exempt Social Security and Medicare payments and purports not to cover funds provided directly to individuals. Since a lot of federal low-income programs benefit individuals but are administered by the state under federal grant, and there was immediate confusion about these vital services. See, they kept it really. The wording is open. It's like it's like a blanket wording. It could be anything, absolutely anything. So whatever they decide that they don't like, they can get rid of or stop the funding for. So states reported the federal portal for obtaining Medicaid payments had been abruptly closed. Medicaid. A subsequent OMB memo sent out the day after the initial bombshell answered some questions but raised others. In addition to Social Security and Medicare, already excluded in the guidance, mandatory programs like Medicaid and food stamps will continue without pause. Funds for small businesses, farmers, Pell Grants, Health Start, rental assistance and other programs will also not be paused. So it's anyone's guess, like they say here. That's basically what I was saying. About other similar programs. So what does that mean? I mean anything. It's caused obviously confusion by language that suggests that any program that doesn't run afoul of Trump's recently announced policies should be kosher. In any event, the action appears to blatantly violate the Impoundment Control Act of 1974, which authorises limited delays in the disbursement of congressionally appropriated funds only if they are specified and explained in detail in the formal notification to Congress. None of that happened in this place. 30 days notice. What? No 30-day notice anywhere. So this latest move is almost certainly a prelude to an assertion that Trump has a right not only to delay, but to impound, in other words, cancel, congressionally appropriated dollars whenever he imperially wills it. You see, this is a dictatorship. This is literally a dictatorship. Donald Trump, the dictator. A fascist dictator. And his kicked out sidekick, Elon Musk, the Nazi. Oh my God. Literally, bull in the china shop. And people are going to suffer. So reinstating now this stuff is a case of, hang on, how are we going to do it? What do we do first? Oh, sake. Ordinary folk are going to suffer, basically. Ordinary folk. People with very little money. Living hand to mouth, probably. Won't be afford to survive. This is going to drive people over the edge. We're going to see an uptick in suicides. Now, similar things happened in the UK with Brexit. There's been an uptick in agriculture sector suicides. You know, farmers might be killing themselves because they can't cope. Because, the pressure of is a bit like the dentists, apparently. Was it whole 9 yards? Oh, dear me. It's shocking. But let me know what you think, because this is just... I just find it... I find it unbelievable that... Unbelievable? I just can't come to terms with the fact that people voted for him. I just can't. I don't understand and how anybody in their right mind would vote for a man like Donald Trump. It's not even coherent. But people did. And now you have to live with it. 4 years. I don't think there'll be America left after that, do you? Leave that in the comments down below. Is Trump destroying your America? Because I think he is. Anyway, doodle pip. Stiff up a lip.